Ted Cruz left Texas during a power outage and went to Cancun, Mexico.
How dare you!
Let me just say right out the gate, Ted Cruz, you should have known better. No, seriously, you should have known better. Now, Fox News was defending him, or I should say Sean Hannity and the primetime gang defending Ted Cruz by basically trying to take on CNN for not talking about Governor Cuomo, but focusing all of their attention on Cruz's ill-timed getaway to Cancun. Well, can I remind you that our side did the same thing with Newsom after he handed out all kinds of edicts and commands and decrees about indoor dining and gathering with friends and family, and then he himself was seen photographed at a private dining experience, nobody there wearing masks, nobody there social distancing. There were other Democrats, mayors, city councilmen, etc., after handing out decrees about shutdowns and lockdowns over holidays. Camera crews followed them to plush resorts, and they issued all of their, I'm sorry, I should have been more sensitive, etc., etc., etc. In other words, we were outraged by the hypocrisy of it. On the one hand, I can say that if I lived in an area where all the power went out and I had the financial means to get my family out of there for a few days while the power company and the powers that be got their act together and got everything restored, I would do that. You would do that, Ted. You are a U.S. Senator from Texas. Your state is in a state of crisis, and you vacate? You thought that was a good optic? You thought that was a good camera look? I mean, if you're thinking about any type of big run in 2024, you should be seen right now doing something. You know, on the flip side, it was over the weekend Biden finally got around to declaring, a state of emergency in Texas. Funny thing is Donald Trump would have sent immediately, maybe like 20,000 troops into Texas to help with the dispersing of supplies, water, food, generators, setting up temporary living spaces for people so that they could bathe and actually have some electricity and recharge cell phones and let family members outside the state know that they're okay. And that would have all been organized by President Trump. It would have been run through FEMA, and it would have gone off flawlessly. And again, the president would have used the military to help. But no, we can't do that. Biden doesn't do that because Biden's too busy keeping 20 or 30,000 federal troops locked down in D.C. so that right now our city capital, or I should say our national capital, is more locked down than Moscow. What do we know? North Korea? Is he Kim Jong-Biden? I mean, is that really what this is coming to? And we have Biden, like Obama, is now more interested in so-called domestic terrorists than foreign terrorists. He's re-entering nuclear talks with Iran. My, oh my. How much money is that going to cost us, Joe? How many billions will you be putting on a plane and flying there under the cover of night like your old boss Barackmas did? And this is unbelievable. We can't say anything about radical Islam or the terrorism that basically Donald Trump did allow the military to finally crush and destroy their caliphate. Watch it come back now because, again, Biden's not interested in that. He's interested in anyone who disagrees with him. That would make me, you. And so just like it was Obama who tapped press offices and was listening in on the phone conversations and reading the emails of, places like the New York Times, the Associated Press, etc., etc., etc. Imagine if Trump had done that. It was Obama who used the IRS as an endless tool of harassment against groups like the Tea Party and other conservative groups and stripping them of their tax-exempt status. Well, guess what? Now we have rising gas prices because, Joe Biden shut down a pipeline. And we had this problem in Texas. Wait till all the pipelines are closed. Wait till he finally gets around to banning fracking. Oh, he's not going to. Yes, he is. But hey, all your union presidents, they got their payoffs, didn't they? After they convinced you, Donald Trump, bad guy. Bad for business, bad, 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 bad. Doesn't matter that he actually saved big labor. Doesn't matter that he actually got manufacturers to stop shipping jobs overseas and bring them back stateside. Doesn't matter that he accomplished all that for the blue-collar working man. No, no. Your party bosses, your union reps, they all got bought off by the Democrats, and now as they bleed your jobs dry again, as they ship everything back overseas, it's okay, because your union bosses, they made out all right. Financially, they're just fine. No need to worry about them. They got their buyout. They got their payoff. How much of Biden's new relief package is going to go fund bankrupt blue states like California and New York? Did you know that in this latest relief package, there's several hundred million designated for some big tech special project, which really isn't clearly defined? Was that more purging, more censorship? So big tech does the bidding of the big Dems, start erasing the platforms of all conservative representation on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook. And in turn, they're not going to get regulated. Oh, and the government will give them money. Isn't that wonderful? This is what we've got going on, but yet everybody wants to focus on Ted Cruz. I can tell you this, I'm not defending Ted Cruz. He shouldn't have done it. It was stupid. It was ill-timed. But while they're playing this little bread and circuses with us, while they're telling us, watch the shiny object over here, look at Ted Cruz over there in Cancun on vacation while his constituents are starving and freezing, all this other stuff is going on. And we lose our freedoms every day. Big tech is now absolutely running the show. They now determine who gets free speech and who doesn't. In the monthly publication from Hillsdale College, Imprimis, there's a great article in there on what's going on with big tech, and this is a great quote. If big tech's capabilities are allowed to develop unchecked and unregulated, these companies will eventually have the power not only to suppress existing political movements, but to anticipate and prevent the emergence of new ones. Bump, ba-dum, bump. This would mean the end of democracy as we know it and place us under the thumb of an unaccountable oligarchy. And we're there, baby. If you don't realize what's going on, if you don't understand that what's taking place right now is the absolute suppression of your liberty, it's gone. History. Sayonara. See ya. You think Fauci wants you in a mask because it's all about your health? And he made the rounds on the Sunday shows basically proclaiming that we're in masks now until 2022. Yeah, let me just tell you this, Fauci, fat chance. It is time to start pushing back on this lunacy now. If we don't, we will be masked and muzzled forever. The mask is a visual symbol of do what you're told. And now Fauci wants to take it out of the hands of state and local authorities, and he wants Zig Heil Biden to go ahead and mandate it on the national level. This is what some of you voted for? Some of you blue-collar Democrats that, oh, what's happened to our jobs since Joe Biden got it? Well, duh, what do you think? It's back to business as usual. It's back to globalism, where everybody benefits except you. Your party leaders, they're going to make money. They're being bought out by Japan, and the union reps are getting their payoffs. What did you think was going to happen? Gas was what, $1.80 something a gallon the week before the election? Now it's $2.70? You want to pull your head out of your collective arse and pay attention to what's actually going on in the world right now? And you're worried about Ted Cruz getting on a plane and going to Cancun. Yeah, it was a dumb move. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Tell him, Greta.
How dare you?
Yeah, exactly. You need to be seen doing something. You need to be leading somehow, some way. But that said, while we're focused on all that hogwash and nonsense, nobody's paying attention to the fact that Biden is a breath away from granting amnesty to 11 million illegals. 11 million. What do you think that's going to do to the job market? We're being overrun at the borders now, but all of a sudden, nobody's worried about the people coming in that might be super spreaders of a variant of the virus. And if you don't get what this virus is all about, suppression, and you will obey, you will do what you're told, you will get the vaccine, you will. If you don't understand the big money and the oligarch that is driving all of this, I'll have more to say about it in my next monologue. Because now finally, some on the left are starting to wake up. They're starting to get it. But that said, while all of this real, unchecked news was going on, Ted Cruz, you let them play you for the fool. And I can't defend you. And nobody else in conservative media should be defending you either. You shouldn't have done it. You played the fool. You got nailed. Learn from it. Move forward. Hey, that's it for this rant. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're a subscriber to the channel. Give us a thumbs up and a like. Make sure you spread this video to your social media platforms. And we'll catch you later.